The Russian invasion of Ukraine, in some ways, is a more important event than 9/11 because it has the capacity to remake the global order in a way that 9/11 did not. 9/11, at the end of the day, was a band of terrorists who were able to disrupt the normal life of citizens around the world in a way that forced governments to react. And it was an event that was highly dramatic, highly symbolic, but ultimately it was a band of terrorists. It was a group of private individuals. And once they confronted the combined power of governments around the world, what we saw was ultimately they could be a nuisance, they could be a continual nuisance, they could occasionally disrupt things in ways that were somewhat more consequential than that. But they did not have the capacity to reshape the global order. But what we have going on now is the world's most powerful nuclear state, with a veto in the Security Council that spans 10 time zones, that is frontally assaulting one of the core tenets of the international system that was set up after 1945. And the question becomes, if that challenge succeeds in some sense, if that becomes normalized, what does the world begin to look like in that circumstance? And what will the consequences be, given that other great powers are going to react, or already reacting to that reality? So this is a classic case where size matters, power matters. The world of realpolitik has not gone away. What Russia is doing is important because of whom Russia is. As I tried to explain on American TV at some point, this is not because these people are white, it's because they are being attacked by a nuclear-armed superpower that has a veto at the Security Council. That is why this has the capacity to remake global affairs. If you think about it, the world we have grown up in has changed so much. I grew up in a world in India that was divided between the two great powers, East and West, and every event was judged on the basis of what was going to happen in that superpower context. So, civil war in Nicaragua, in Angola, anywhere in the world, and the frame, the prism through which we looked at it was the geopolitical lens of superpower rivalry, East versus West. And that world collapses in 1989, 1991, however you want to think about it. And what is ushered in is a new world that has been marked by really three defining trends. The first was globalization, which we all know, but consider how recent and how dramatic the change was. In the 1970s, when I was growing up in India, India was not in any sense participating in the global economy. It was shielded by high walls, high tariffs, high barriers to entry, capital controls of every kind. But it was not just India, of course.
ABP News, आपको रखे आगे।